So, okay, let's see how to find the factor of 12 and 14 both. First of all, let's talk about 12. Very easy way is that you start with the smallest number. What is the smallest number? That can be 1, right? Why it cannot be 0? Because if you multiply any number with 0, for example, 0 multiplied by 12, you're again going to get 0. So you cannot choose 0, but you will start with 1. Also, you should know this thing that every number have a smallest factor, and that is 1. Every number. If you talk about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any number, all of them will be having a smallest factor, and that is 1. Did you know this thing? If no, then copy this thing down, that every number have a smallest factor, and that is 1. Okay, now what do? Now we have to find other factors of the 12 itself. What can be that? You just multiply this 1 with 12. What are you going to get? You're going to get 12 again. So in this case, if you are multiplying with if you are multiplying any number with 1, that is 12 basically in this case, you are getting 12 again. Now what I have to do in the next step is I will take another number, or I will choose another number, let's say 2. And now I have to multiply this 2 with such a number that again I get 12 only. Over here I need 12 always. So what can be that number? That number can be 6. 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. And if you do not know this method that directly, then what you can do, you can just divide 12 with 2. Then you will find out that this is 6, and you can write 6 over here. Let's use this scenario for the next part. You have to move to the next number, that is 3. Then just multiply this 3 with what number, so that our answer comes out to be 12. How do we find that which number should be here at the place of the question mark? We can do one thing, that we can write 12 and we can divide that 12 with 3. So we will know this thing that 3 fours is 12. So we can write one number over here, and that number will be 4. We can write 4 over here. 4 over here. So 3 multiplied by 4 is 12. Now what do? Now shall we move to the larger numbers? Let's move to the larger number, that is 4. Now 4 multiplied by 4 is not 12. 4 multiplied by 5 is not 12. If is 4 multiplied by 3 12? Yes, it is, but you have already done this thing. So you do not have to move on the larger numbers now. So we have finded out all the factors of 12, and this easy was it. How many factors are there now? This 1 is factor of 12. This 2 is factor of 12. This 13 is also a factor of 12. Sorry, 3. This 4 is also a factor of 12. This 6 is also a factor of 12, as well as this 12 is a factor of 12. Now let's move to the case of 14 and see how do we do in the case of 14. So let's write 14 over here and solve for 14. First of all, we will start with a very smaller number. As we know, we will start with 1. Multiply 1 with 14, we will get 14. Now we'll choose the next number, that is the larger number, and that should be 2 in this case. I should multiply 2 with 7, and I will find that yes, it is also 14. Then can I multiply 3 with any number? See, 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. Then we talk about 3 multiplied by 4 is also not 14. 3 multiplied by 5, no, it's not 14. So, but 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. So we cannot use the table of 3 also. Then what should we do? We cannot do anything now. Now only we have the factors. We have our factors in front of us. What are these factors? What are the factors of 14? It can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 7, and it can be 14 also. So if you will divide this 14, if you will divide this 14 with 14, you will get the remainder 0. If you will divide this 14 with 1, in that case what you will get? You will get 14. If you will remainder 0, right? So in this case, when you will divide 14 with 2, you will get 7. But what do we see? That what are the factors of 14? 1 is also factor of 14. 2 is also factor of 14, and 7 is also a factor of 14. These all are number the factor of 14, and this is how we find the factors. Very easier way, that just multiply 1 to a number such that you get 12, then 2 to a number such that you get 12, or any number you want, then 3, then 4, then 5, and so on, go on, and that's how you will find out. Now it's your homework that you find out for 15. You find out the factors for 15. Okay.